Hello and welcome to Windsor College. My name is Nat Jones and I teach on all of the performing arts courses here at the Windsor campus. As we're not able to meet in person just yet, I've put together this presentation just to give you a little overview of your course and hopefully answer some of the questions you might have before you start in September. So, the Level 2 Diploma in Performing and Production Arts. It is a UAL qualification and this is an awarding body that specialises in arts qualifications, so the structure is really vocational with lots of practical classes. Formative assessment happens throughout the year. So as I've said, you complete 9 units over the first year. I'll go into a bit more detail about what the units are a bit later, but it is basically a mixture of performing and production classes. You'll have practical drama classes, mainly with me in a drama studio, exploring all kinds of performance skills, and then you'll create amazing design ideas, build and make props and set in your production classes, which will be in the art workshops with specialist lecturers. You are assessed on all of your work in class. So coursework will include research tasks, logging your processes and evaluating your work at the end. And you'll be graded a pass, merit or distinction at the end of the year. So the natural progression from the level 2 is to go on to a level 3 course. There are several to choose from in our creative department at Windsor. So as well as the performing arts at level 3, we have a media, art and design, fashion and interiors courses. That's what you can do after the course. Trips, visits and work experience. We like to take you to see as much live performance as possible. As you may already know, theatres are closed at the moment, but as soon as we're able to, we'll plan theatre trips. And our student advisors can help with applying for a student bursary to cover costs if you are eligible for that. There are also student performances to see every half term, so as well as the level 2 course we have 2 years of level 3 and a level 4 in performing arts, so there's always a performance to watch. They're usually performed just down the road at the Old Court Art Space, and that's the professional venue we use for some classes and for your shows. Also a little bit about work experience. That forms a really important part of the course. And we're really lucky that we have access to a professional arts venue. So we can offer you the opportunity to work there, to be part of a production team, and it's a working theatre space. So that's great. So a bit more detail on the actual units themselves. So here's some of the skills you will study in the performance-based units. So we've got collaborative theatre, using improvisation, lots of script work, and then you will do group and solo performances over the course of the year. Then we have the production units, so every aspect of kind of backstage, behind the scenes technical theatre, from set design to the prop making, mask making, and whichever specific area you're interested in is something our lecturers can sort of support you with. So some of what you make will depend on what you are most interested in doing. You work on projects to develop all your skills in the production arts and in performing arts over the first 2 terms. In the 3rd term, you apply all of those skills to your final project. That's where you'll work on a public performance as a group, and as well as perform, you and your group create the sets, the props, the costumes. If you want to specialise in the technical theatre, you could choose to operate lights or sound or stage manage the show instead of, or as well as performing, depending on the type of show it is. So that's an overview of your year. You might be wondering what you need for classes and what we expect of you. So here are a few things to remember. Obviously we want you to arrive prepared for all your lessons. You don't need a huge amount to begin with. You'll always need a notebook and pen. Scripts that we give out and things that you might want to use in lessons, just make sure you bring those to every lesson. Clothing's really important for practical classes, so for practical drama classes you need to be in comfortable clothes and footwear. so it's loose, comfortable things you can move around in, and for the production classes you might be painting and things, and whilst we can provide overalls and stuff, you still want to be comfortable whilst you're doing the technical theatre stuff. And also we ask you to really keep our studios and workshops really clean and safe working spaces. Performing arts can't be done in the amount of hours that we are given to teach you every week, so we do expect you to spend extra time outside of classes, and that might be on learning scripts, a bit of extra rehearsal. You might be able to use art workshops if you need to finish painting something with permission from lecturers, and most importantly you need to be watching theatre, so you need to attend all the theatre trips and any student shows. You might be resitting maths or English GCSE, so you must attend those classes as well, and core studies classes. Everyone will have a tutor that isn't part of our department necessarily, and you have to attend those classes too. And we just ask that you be an active participant in college life and get the most out of it, and particularly sort of champion the creative arts department. So lastly, here is your summer assignment. So this is a piece of work we'd like you to bring with you on your first day of classes. It's a fun one, I promise. We're just asking you to watch some theatre. So as I've said, theatres are closed at the moment, but what that does mean is there's lots of shows to watch online for free. So I've given some links here to websites that are streaming plays. Some of them are streaming musicals. All kinds of live performance is available to see online at the moment, so please watch them. The more theatre you can see, the better, and this will really help you when it comes to making your own work. So both in the performance and production units, the more you've seen and the more experience of theatre you've had, the more ideas you'll have to bring to your own work. There are 3 questions to answer. Don't worry, we're not expecting essays. Short answers are fine. It's just a way of sort of analysing what you've seen. So those are there for you. And while you're busy doing your summer assignment, we are busy here getting the campus ready to make sure that it's a safe working environment for everyone when you start in September, and making sure all social distancing measures necessary are in place, so you are kept safe. I hope this presentation has been useful. If you have any questions, my contact details are there. Please follow us on Instagram. You'll find lots of examples of the kinds of work our students produce on there. So it's a good way to sort of find out a bit more about the department. And all that's left for me to say is to have a lovely summer, and I can't wait to meet you all.